Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sasha. Today we are on episode 3 of Kingdom. How did that happen? But we are watching SF9 perform Jealous. I'm very excited. Before we get started, as always, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on my channel and my videos. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Oh my god, oh my god. That's like crazy. It's so exciting, it's crazy. Anyway, so yes, also please check out the links down in the description below. My Etsy shop now has Polaroid K-pop pictures for sale. They're so cute and small and beautiful, and I just love the old-fashioned feel of them. So far I have a collection for Stray Kids. Next up is ATEEZ, and after that is BTS. Hopefully I will have more collections in the future. Right now I'm just doing the groups I know the best, so yes, feel free to check those out. Okay, we have a lot to cover today. SF9 released a dance practice video. Good for them. I appreciate dance practice videos because it shows me more and different things from the performance itself. That means that the group is in charge of what take gets put out to the audience. They are in charge of camera angles, lighting, costumes, literally everything. Whereas on Kingdom, some of that stuff is up to the producers of the show. So anyway, I do have lots of notes to talk about the theme, the story, the dancing, all of the things. So very excited. We've got a lot to do in this video. It might be a little bit longer, but hey, we're here for the dancing. We're gonna watch the dance practice first. I have not seen the practice yet because I wanted to see if I could notice anything while we're watching it together, but I have watched and taken a lot of notes on the performance itself. So here we go. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my god. Oh yeah, we don't get to see that. Whoa. Whoa. Your destiny. 너를 본 순간 모든 게 magic history. 그냥 녹여버렸어. Beautiful day, beautiful life. 세상에 널 두다. 눈을 감고 눈을 떠도 네 모습 떠올라. Hey baby, 넌 좀 놀라워. 내 잠들었던 감정. I love this ripple. Oh my god, they did it better at the actual performance. The way they use their dancers is so good. I love this part. So good. I love this part. Let's go. Woo! They have a lot of cuts in the dance practice where you can tell they're picking all the best parts, which is what I said you can do with a dance practice. Their dancers are good. Oh my gosh. This part's cool. Ooh! This entire section gave me new thoughts to the meaning of the whole performance. Just this part. Yeah, the dancers do a great job. Nice. Nice. Okay, I'm not even going to talk about it, except to mention there's a part right in the beginning that the camera like pans up or out and we don't get to see it all. And we got to see it in the practice, and it was sick. It was right after they do the spin breaking of the arms, like really slow, and then they do something after that, but it's just on the guy's face, and we don't get to see what the dancers do, and they do something beautiful. So if you want to see that part, come watch the dance practice again. Okay, we're going on to the performance. Here we go. Oh, I'm starting it in the middle. Hold on. This is from me taking notes. Let's start at the beginning, shall we? There's a song about that. It's a perfect place to start. I don't know what song it is. Okay, here we go. Wow. I definitely think this guy who starts is my favorite so far. He was my favorite when we watched Good Guy, the like original music video and dance practice. He was my favorite in that too. I think it's his style. I don't know, I have to think more about it. This section, and then we miss what the dancers do because we're so close on his face. Ah, what a waste. His face is beautiful. He does a nice head roll, but the screens are very cool too in this performance. This section is, they do something very cool there. We will talk about it. Woo! Here it comes, here it comes. Oh my god, oh my god. Ah, it's so cool, it's so cool. I love the velvet too. Can we talk about that? Oh my gosh. Oh, those levels. Oh my god. Go, go, go. Whoosh. Oh, I just thought of something else too. I gotta write that down. I love this section. Oh my god. Oh my god. Woo! This whole section is just what I think of when I think of SF9. This, I feel like, is them and their style the most. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think of new things every time I watch this. Wow. So I watched this twice to take notes specifically, so some of my notes may seem a little out of order. Because I'm just going to go down the page as well as I can, so I apologize if that gets confusing. But I mostly tried to focus on like theme the first time and then choreo the second time, but then the second time I realized more stuff about the theme and the story, so it's really all over the place. Hang in there with me. I will try and make this as coherent as possible. Okay, so right off the bat we start with a hand, which is very reminiscent to me at this point in the competition to the boys doing their handwork with the camera. Stray Kids end up doing some stuff with the camera as well with hands, so does ATEEZ. Hands are like becoming such a big theme so far this season. I don't know if choreographers are just all like sharing a brain cell at this point, or if they're like getting inspired off of each other and the other performances. I don't know what it is, but I'm not mad at it because I love watching hands. That sounds weird, but in the context of dancing, keep that in mind. I also really like how he says, he does his hand thing and then he goes mirror, and we transition to a mirror. Oh, so good. It was so perfect. It catches me off guard every time it happens, even though I know to expect it now. It's so perfect. It's well-timed, perfectly placed. So right off the bat, we have a quick lift of one of the SF9 members, while the beautiful breaking of the arms and the levels are happening with the other dancers. They actually, what makes the arm more dramatic is they do a really quick half spin right before. It's literally half a count and then the arms open. I think it's so impactful because they could have just been in their place and broken down their arms like an opening flower petal, but instead they spin and it catches us off guard, and it's so quick and then it floats. Oh, it's beautiful. And then they do another arm, which we don't see in the performance, and it's just as beautiful as the first one, so it's like pow pow, beautiful arms, and it's great. It's a good way to open. In the beginning we get a lot of like rolling movements, controlling the formations and the shapes. We get the arms, we get the neck, some wrist, and then there's like a full body down to the ground, like body roll from the hips to the chest to the head. That's really sick. That's what breaks them into those lines and columns. And then we get one of the coolest parts in terms of use of formations, in my opinion. We start with the guy who started with the hand, who I like. I don't know his name. I need to learn. But he is like, him and the camera are like this, right? And the dancers are around him. The cool thing they do, he stays on center, but he's walking with the camera and going different directions. So they start here, and then him and the camera end over here. Well, what that means for the dancers is that they are continuing to do choreography while moving their formation this way. It's hard to explain, but it's like they're doing choreography, and like if normal choreography is in place, now you have to move to the side while you're doing it. It was awesome. That ripple they do that starts with the girls in the front and ends with the guys in the back. I'm pretty sure I counted it and it was an 8 count, or maybe it's 2 8 counts. I think it's just an 8 count because it's so quick. The reason it's so cool is because the girls spin, go to the ground, stand up, and reach. By the time they're up and reaching, the ripple has continued to the guys who are on the ground. So everyone spins, and then you have your level that you have to end on. So the girls spin, go down, and stand up. Some of the girls in the middle spin, crouch, and come halfway up. Most of the guys spin, go down, and just bring their heads up. So we have like a spinning motion, but also a this. I can't adequately portray it with my arms, but like that part is so cool. It's so cool. It's genius that they thought of it that way. There's so many different ways you can do a ripple, and they're done so many times, but that was so unexpected and incredible. That's one of my, if not, I don't know what my favorite part in this is, but that's one of them. It's so good. The partner trick is interesting, where they pick the girls up on one shoulder, spin, and then fall to a knee. Yikes, big yikes. I mean, imagine just falling on one knee on your own body weight, but now they're doing it with the weight of an entirely other person on them. Granted, like, these guys are, from my knowledge, all like very fit, in shape, probably lift more than those girls weigh anyway. But to fall on just a knee, and some of them are even trying to bypass their knee altogether and fall directly on the hip, that's a lot of impact, and I can't imagine how many times they had to practice that to get the timing right. I'm sure that leg they're landing on was sore for a long time after that, and I just appreciate the lengths they went through to get that visual. But yeah, that's a lot of sacrifice for one trick, but visually it is absolutely stunning. So the cool part, okay, maybe this is my favorite part, the transition itself, where the lights turn off and then we're looking at the mirrors, and then we find out we can see through the mirror. Hello? Oh my god, it's so cool. And then we do get a really nice duet moment between the dancer and the SF9 member. My only thing I will say is there's some dead space in this duet, and the SF9 member is like doing the most. Like, he's killing it, he's crushing it, he's acting, he's giving us so much. But there's 1 or 2 times where the dancer is just sort of like sitting there waiting for him to come back or waiting for him to do something. And I understand that it's his moment and I should be watching him. But I just wish I wish she had had more choreography in that part, instead of just like sitting there waiting for him. Or he moves her leg and then she's waiting for him to do something else. Like, I wish there had been just more for her to do there. I don't know. That's probably just me. It was really interesting. The section after this, we get to a part where SF9 have started to control the dancers, and this is right before they're starting to pull out the red cloth from them. And then we get into the camera control, where they're like pushing camera from member to member before we get the running with the cloth and then bringing out the red. This time, while watching it, it reminds me of that whole like group section where they all have the cloth and they put it over their eyes and they go like this. It sort of reminds me of a matador and a bull, because it's red, because it's a cloth, because of some of the gestures they made. I don't at all think that's what they were going for, but very curious how we could tie that in with the theme, which we haven't even really talked about yet. I think I'm going to save that to the end. I sort of already mentioned I love the hand details, the jewels they used. I love how the hands controlled what was happening next. There's also just a really beautiful moment towards the end where it's not all of SF9, but there are a lot of dancers around these members, and they do like really subtle hand movements. And then there's 3 of them in a line. The one in the middle puts their like chained arms around the one that then falls to the ground at the exact same time the one behind them gets lifted up. So literally our visual is going from flat to this. So sick, so good. That section has really nice hand moments, really nice levels. I just love the whole thing. I do think my favorite part might be that trio after we get the group with the red cloth. The group was like crushing it, but they were more focused on the formations making shapes and not so much like hardcore choreography. We got that from the trio and it was just like, kill it. They were killing it. It was so good. And then towards the end, the choreography that we get once again, when they don't have the cloth, it's literally like the last group section we get. It's what I'm considering to be quintessential SF9 like personality, flow, choreography, style. I haven't seen a lot of this group before, but from what I'm seeing overall, this last section is the most like what I've seen from them before in terms of choreography and personality. It's that like expensive gentleman, groovy hips, like really just confident swagger. It's very nice and I like that so far. It's what I'm considering to be their style because I really enjoy it. The formation for the stunt, and if you've seen the episode, you know that that SF9 member did get injured, I believe, in their rehearsals. I think they may have shown the clip, but I had a really traumatic knee injury as a dancer, and I literally cannot watch clips of people getting hurt. So I fast forward, as soon as they started talking about it, I fast forward all the way up until when they started their performance. So I'm not sure what he talked about, but from what I gather, it was the stunt where he runs up them and jumps off. The formation for that, the dancers make really cool shapes. They're holding one guy, his arms are here, his feet are here, and they're holding him, he's like this. That's sick, I love that. But I don't know if it was worth it to keep doing that stunt after getting hurt. That's just, it's a tough call to make, especially when they're on a TV show, especially when this is their job. I just worry for longevity because I know that this is a slightly older group, not like light years older. They're like 2 or 3, I don't know, couple years older than the other groups, but every year really does matter in terms of your joints and staying healthy and recovery. So my fear is that the next time we see SF9 perform, this member won't be performing with them because he was allowed to do this stunt on the performance. It's tricky. I'm a person who is more on the side of caution because of my experiences, because of the ways I've been injured. I don't ever want to see anyone get hurt, and I just really don't think it's worth it. It's life, like, it's a person's body and physical well-being versus a dance performance. And I know I'm just a person in my living room and like the stakes aren't that high for me, and these members probably think completely differently, where this is like the most important thing for them, and I get that. I just wish him a speedy recovery. I hope he's doing well. If you know that he's doing better, please let me know in the comments, because I didn't even know how I was going to talk about that part in my videos, if I'm going to leave this in, if I'm going to cut it out. Personally, I would have like X'd out the stunt, or I would have just had more dancers in front to catch him. Just have him run up and twist and catch him. Like, save his knees. Just catch him. That's all. Okay, I gotta move on. I thought they did a great job with knowing when to use their dancers, because they had a lot of moments where it was just SF9, or it was like a duet or a trio or like a small group. versus when we had them flooding the stage, and visually it was captivating and just, I'm getting chills. They were very smart about when and where they had the dancers, so I just really appreciate that. It's such a good job. Okay, I'm gonna briefly, because I know I've just rambled about a bunch of stuff, talk about the theme of this. From the really only thing I understand from the lyrics is being jealous and the mirror. So what the ending part made me realize, as they were being all fluid and as he drops out the bottle, is if this is about a relationship, we can see it as two different things. We can see it as like smoke and mirrors, which is like someone lying to you or putting on a facade or not being who they really are. You're getting smoke and mirrors from them. So you think one thing, but what's actually happening is something totally else. That's my first theory. My second theory has a lot to do with the fragrances and the smelling. Perhaps they are jealous because their partner smells like someone else. Scent is a very big thing. Or perhaps do you ever get a memory and then you get a scent with that memory? Perhaps that's also what is happening, where they're remembering the relationship and they're able to smell that person who's no longer there. And that also goes a little bit with smoke and mirrors, where it's like smoke doesn't stay in one place. Smoke is constantly moving, and the fragrance is fluid, and that is like the arms and the theme of the dancers through most of this performance, but especially anytime we had an SF9 member paired with a dancer. I don't know what your thoughts are on the theme. This is one of the ones where it's just like, I was just enjoying the performance, and like, I just got the general gist of what I think is going on, but I didn't dive too deep into it. So if you have any additional thoughts, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to chat with you about it. But let's remember that we can love and appreciate SF9 and their incredible performance and the things they put their bodies through for us, for them. And we can do that without bringing down or talking negatively about any other teams or any other groups of fans. I just want to preach a love of dancing and a love of these artists and just happy, positive space. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will see you next time. Bye!